In the process of making segments, my favorite part is editing.
Being technical director is definitely not easy at all.
Pre-planning was very important. It's a lot of pressure making sure that you have the right thing going on air. You don't want the wrong clips or the wrong camera to be shown.
We take all the segments, put them in the order we want them in.
It's really important for us to be on the same page.
Our producers text us either the night before or early in the morning of the day of a shoot.
All of the technology that we have to help us go into the field is incredible. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Coming up on Current OC.
Tonight we take a look at a very talented celebrity that visited.
All right, so AP testing, you guys finished and exported that? OCHS style, we're in the process of. I'm Morgan Fowle, and I'm one of the co-producers for the Current OC. Every day we run a production meeting where I stand in front of the battle board, check the progress of their segments, whether they're in editing, whether they're still in scripting, or whether they're filming. And I make sure that all of them are on time and they'll be submitted in time for that week's show. OCHS style.
We are editing almost done. Hi, I'm McKenna Roble, and I am one of the co-producers for the Current OC. We'll put a magnet up saying they're scripting, they're editing, they're filming. When we get close to the due date, we want to make sure that everybody is either on that editing or done and exported magnet.
We take all the segments, put them in the order we want them in, and then we have to write a toss for the anchors to read, to toss to that package. So we use what is called Rundown Creator, and in there we format our show, and everything is basically pre-made in the format for the Current OC for us. And we just add the word and text that the anchors will be reading, along with the sports anchors. However, we don't write the sports script because that is Brooke's job since she is the sports producer.
Hi, my name is Brooke Segich, and I'm the sports producer and sports anchor for the Current OC.
I know lacrosse has been having a great season so far. What's ahead for them?
Well, lacrosse has been having a great season, but so is the other spring sports as well. I try to think of something creative, mix it up every once in a while, and I'll do on-set interviews, live interviews. Sometimes I'll have a pre-made package with it to introduce the interview. I will do like mid-season updates, and with that I will have to email and text all the different coaches and teachers and try to figure out what the records are for the season so far. And then I will put that into sometimes pictures, sometimes video, and have sound underneath of it. So it's kind of like interesting, and it'll be played on top of me. And other times it'll be played on the monitor behind me, and I'll be speaking over it while that's playing. I also have to script and kind of make everything timely. So if I do videos, I will make them through Adobe Premiere first, and then my script, I'll have to make it so it goes along with the videos.
With an 8-3 record, climbing their way to number 4 in the Cal.
I don't want to keep talking about basketball while the wrestling footage is being played behind me.
What's great about Rundown Creator is that we're able to access it in school, and we're also able to access it at home on our laptops because we each producer has a login. So me, McKenna, and Brooke all have a login. I assign who will be each position. Usually they don't change too much, but if someone is absent or they're unable to attend that show, then I have to fill their place with someone who's capable of running that position.
It's really important to communicate between everybody.
Floor director will be Laura, camera 1 will be Sarah, camera 2 will be Jack, camera 3 will be Abby. A lot of times the community or the school or the town will come with us with an idea if they want us to do a PSA or if they want us to cover an event occurring in the town, and we have to assign that segment to someone. So usually we find someone who doesn't have a segment for that week, and then we give them that segment idea, and they are responsible for scheduling the filming time, scripting it out, shot for shot sheets, and all that stuff.
For our project where we went and filmed on the beach for the unlocking of it, we had to make sure we knew exactly what we were going to get because it was going to be really hectic with everyone running around. We made sure that we got shots of them walking into the ocean, certain interviews with people who are running the event, doing the event. We had our interview questions written out, so we knew that as soon as we got someone, we wanted to make it quick so we didn't take away too much of their time. Our B-roll, we got people in the ocean, we got students from Ocean City who were doing the event, business people, the actual unlocking of the ocean where they had everyone with the key, even just people on the beach that were there to watch it. Once we went and got all the B-roll, the other shots, we realized that we needed a little bit more to add in so that we were covering everything when we did the voiceover for it to go on the show. Our pre-planning was very important because it made the shoot a lot smoother. Like, we knew exactly what we needed and we got it all done very quickly and efficiently.
While editing, I like to make sure that I choose music that is entertaining but also matches the theme of the project. So if I'm doing a more serious project, I like to choose a serious tone, not an upbeat, playful song. I also like to switch up the shots every 3 to 5 seconds so that the viewer's attention doesn't go elsewhere and it keeps the segment entertaining. Once students are done exporting their projects, they upload it to the BPNet. That allows us, the producers, to watch the segments and make sure that there isn't any errors or things that don't look right before we air it.
Hi, my name is Matthew Edwards. I'm the director of the current OC. So I execute the show as the producers give it to me. Basically, the entire show, how it's laid out, I'll be telling it to the technical director so that they can get the cameras ready, audio so that they can get their mics ready, the anchor so that they'll know what's coming up next.
You really control everything that goes on during the show. I go through the script, and on the left there's a whole bunch of technical commands, and on the right there's the actual script, what the anchors are saying. And I highlight all of the technical commands and follow along in the script when the anchors are reading what they're reading.
I'll come in about 5 minutes beforehand and I'll look over the script. I'll highlight the last part of the script so that I know when to tell the technical director to switch. Basically, all the stuff that you've seen here will come from a director's command.
So you're giving commands to the floor director. The floor director takes them and relays them to the anchors, and the cameras all can hear you, so they follow your commands too.
I'll count everyone in. I'll do like increments of 5 or 10. You just have to be monitoring all the positions kind of at the same time and just be able to multitask.
It's a lot of pressure making sure that you have the right thing going on air. You don't want the wrong clips or the wrong camera to be shown.
Hi, I'm Madison Montanaro, and I'm the technical director for the current OC. What you do as the technical director is control everything that the viewer will see on the screen. It's hard in many aspects, and the main reason that it is hard is because of the pressure you feel under the position. The director will say, ready, camera 1, and I'm the person responsible for literally pressing the button. So you can see camera 1 on the screen, or you can see whatever needs to be seen, a segment, a package, a graphics, something. I touch the button on the board and it appears on the screen. And it seems not super hard when you put it like that, but the pressure is immense. While the show's going on, you're live, you can't stop, and if one mess up and you're done, it's complicated. I kind of think of it as playing a piano almost, or an instrument or something like that, because I have the script in front of me, I have a rundown of the show and how it's gonna go. So it's kind of like reading sheet music and then pressing the keys of piano or whatever, like an instrument like that. It's harder at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's great. I just love the position so much because it takes so much. You have to be in it. You're in sync with the machine. It's just an extension of you at that point. And I just think it's really, really cool to have that type of responsibility. We look at the composition of every shot from the camera people that they have lined up, and we talk to the people outside, the camera crew, through a microphone, and we tell them how to line it up a little bit differently, fix it like that. It's a team effort, I have to say. While a technical director might be one of the hardest, one of the most important jobs because it's literally controlling what you see, it isn't just me. It's me, the technical director, making sure everything's lined up right, We have to work with graphics and the video wall to make sure that everything that you see on the screen works and is visually pleasing. It takes a lot of teamwork in the control room, and as well outside, because we have to talk directly to the camera people through the microphone, through the floor director. We're a family, and we really have to work together very, very much to have a cohesive, easy running show. If there's just one person in a bad mood, not with it that day, the whole thing can crumble, because one person a little bit off in timing, not listening, can mess up the whole show, the whole timing of it. It's a ripple chain effect.
Our producers text us either the night before or early in the morning of the day of a shoot. I always make sure to pack my outfits, and then I bring them into the school in the morning, and I let them hang up in the rooms, that way they don't get wrinkly or anything.
I'm Austin Fox, and I'm the audio engineer for the current OC. Just like how the technical director controls everything visual that you see, I control everything that you hear.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
One of the really important parts of audio is the mic check. So the talent will put their microphones on, and to make sure that all the volume levels are the same, you have to select each microphone and adjust the gain. So that way during the show, everybody talks at the same volume level. You have to open the mics so that you can hear them on the broadcast. And then during a segment, you have to close their mics, or else you'll hear them talking in the background during the segment.
Music in low, graphic.
Hi, I'm James Mann, and I'm graphics for the current OC. Pretty much what I do is here, every time you see a tag on the actual show itself, I'm going through the list on the screen here, and by doing that, matching up to the time on the clock, I can end up putting it on the correct person, showing who's talking at that time. Reading through the sheets that are printed out every week, they have a little timestamp on them, and I usually end up writing them down so I can match it with the clock when a segment starts.
If a situation arises.
I'm Angela Only. I'm the teleprompter for the current OC. Basically, my job is to control the pacing of the show. I use this thing right here just to scroll through, so if the anchors seem to stumble a little bit, I know to slow down so that way they can catch up where they were. So what I'm doing here is I'm just moving this screen around so the anchors know what to say, and it's the whole script right here on this screen. Basically, on the cameras out there, there's a little screen above the lens where they're looking. It looks like they're looking into the camera, but really they are looking at what I have up here, so they know what to say. They don't memorize the script, they just read right off of this.
Thank you, Brooke. And looking at our radar, there is no precipitation in the area, but that does not mean that we will not have any clouds out. So maybe not ideal for tanning, but maybe later on next week we'll have some sun. On to our area temperatures. I'm JC. I am the weather girl for the current OC. And basically what I do is unscripted. I have to look at the radar, look at all the temperatures, everything. They show up on the screens on the side. There's 2 monitors on the side and 1 on the front camera underneath of it. And I look at them and I basically tell everyone what it's going to be for the rest of the week, if it's going to rain today, is it windy out, like just so everyone knows, like after school, like is it okay to go to the beach, can we walk around? What we use that I talk about is the radar, the current conditions in Ocean City, the temperatures around the area, like up and down New Jersey and in Philly, the forecast for the rest of the week, and then there's an extended forecast that goes on to the week after that.
The video wall is the large LED screen behind the anchors, and from here you can advance through the slides. So during the show open, when the jib comes down, I put the date going, scrolling by on the screen at the right time so that that comes by during the jib.
I'm Rachel. I'm the jib operator for the current OC. Basically, how you work the jib is by just tilting this up and down, simultaneously moving the joystick to get the camera angle of the people on the set.
Before each segment, during the toss, as it shows the anchor, an over-the-shoulder graphic comes up to introduce the segment.
The Environmental Science Classroom.
where they are learning the fragile balance of life.
Brooke, can you move for a second? All right, stand by. When do you want the graphics to start? At Girls Lacrosse Travel to Disney?
Everyone stand by.
Do you want the picture of Girls Lacrosse to start as soon as it says Girls Lacrosse?
Yeah, or it can start like a little bit after.
Okay.
I'd rather have more time to expand it than have to rush.
Yep. Perfect. Yeah.
Brooke, you ready?
Yeah.
You just need to set the door.
Okay.
I think we should be good. Do you have the bottom part?
So I'm gonna just play at one breathtaking.
Okay, that's what I had to. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Coming up on Current OC.
Tonight, our program explores the notion that fashion defines us. Also, if you missed what the OCHS sports teams accomplished over spring break, we have a recap.
Plus, we evaluate how
Standby
OCHS
show
students
open.
feel about the validity of climate change.
These stories and more, it all starts now on the Current OC.
Take it. Stand by jib, stand by camera 1. We are 30 seconds out of promo. Stand by anchor welcome. 20 seconds. 15. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Anchor welcome. Stand by jib, stand by push on camera 2.
And Atlantic. Raider Nation's leading news magazine starts now in high definition.
That's jib.
This is Current OC.
Go jib. Stand by push on camera 2. And push on camera 2.
Hello, and welcome back to the Current OC. I am
Stand by camera 3.
Chris Robertson, I hope your spring break was warm and relaxing.
Camera
Don't
3,
get too
stand
laid
by.
back, because we have 2 more months to go. It may go fast, but it's also pretty intense.
Take it.
That's right, Chris.
Graphic.
For our first segment, we bring you to a new project our
Stand by
local
Habitat for Humanity.
chapter is implementing. Morgan Bow reports on the organization's efforts, as well as providing information on how you can volunteer to help.
Take it. We're coming back on camera 1 in 2 minutes.
That helps people find a new home.
Great job, everyone.
In order to continue to help build new houses, the Cape May County Habitat for Humanity is starting a new project.
We get donations all the time for different kinds of things. I mean, people give us building materials, they'll give us appliances, they give us furniture, and sometimes we can use it in our projects, but a lot of times it doesn't fit exactly what we're doing. And so Habitats across the country started opening stores to sell a lot of these donations. Let's say for some reason you have a brand new bathtub that you don't want for some reason. This is a place that you could donate.
We are 1 minute and 30 seconds out.
Sell it to somebody.
Coming back on camera 1, tossing to AP testing.
We'll go locally in Cape May County to help us build more houses. We're very excited. We think it's going to be a really amazing contributor to our organization, but a really cool place to come and shop in Cape May County. What we're doing
Can you have Chris sit up
now
straight,
is we
please?
took over a space that a lot of people didn't even know existed next to Big Lots and Cape May Courthouse. So right now we're doing
1 minute.
build out of that space, and we are setting it up and making it retail friendly. So we've been spending weeks and weeks and weeks getting it to this point now where we're starting to paint the walls and start building the fixtures for the store. We're
45 seconds.
Just about anything. We're restricted to the Cape May County area, but we'll go to any of the communities. And so right now we're doing pickups Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And all you need to do is call our donation hotline, which
30
is
seconds.
609-463-0244, or you can go online to our website at habitatcapemay.org, and you can actually fill out a form and someone will call you back. And we turn around and send our team out there.
15
and
seconds.
Donation receipt, and you can
Coming back on camera 1. 10 seconds.
if you itemize, and we get to have more great stuff for our restore.
This is
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We all know that as the school year draws to
Stand by
an end,
AP testing.
finals are also looming. One form of final assessments for students is AP testing, and they are coming even sooner than expected. JC Hansen reports on OCHS AP testing.
Take it. We are 1 minute and 15 seconds out, coming back on camera 2, tossing the climate change.
But don't stress yourself out yet. The current OC has a few tips to help you earn that 5 on your test.
That's a good focus, camera 1.
The best way to prepare for the AP test is to take as many practice exams as you can and to study on your own as much as possible.
Pay attention and utilize the reviews your teachers are giving you. They are just trying to make you successful to the best of their abilities.
Other resources for the students would be practice books, online sites, online practice exams.
Don't try to cram everything in.
I think it's okay.
It won't do anything to help you.
It's just like a little tip right there.
Remember, instead study weeks before
30 seconds.
yourself time to retain the information.
Tossing the climate change on camera 2.
Make sure you get a good night's sleep the night before the test so that you are well rested and less likely to make any mistakes.
If you're watching this video and you haven't started
15 seconds.
you're already behind. You should have been preparing all year.
No. Well, we have 9 seconds left,
If you
folks.
take the
So
proper time and energy to prepare ahead of time.
5, 4, 3, 2,
This is JC Hansen
1.
reporting for the current OC.
Chris, this plant is dying, so climate change
Stand by the
is
toss.
really real.
Mackenzie, you forgetting to water a plant and it now dying is not because of climate change. Look, I got ice right here.
Well, Allie Hoffman provides a forum to debate this controversial topic.
Take it. Yeah, that needs to get. We are 1 minute and 20 seconds out. Coming back on camera 2. Tossing to OCHS style.
Other environmental factors. Global warming, as well as global cooling, refers specifically to any change in the global average surface temperature. Here at the current OC, we went around asking students about climate change.
We want to stop
Do you believe in global warming?
No, I do not believe in global warming.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Global warming is undeniably real. I mean, there's so much scientific data and
45 seconds.
Backyards that this is a real issue that we need to worry about.
As you can see, there's plenty of ice on this earth, and it's in my hand, so global warming does not exist.
Yes, I do.
I believe in global warming.
Yes. I agree with over 97% of scientists that global warming is affected and humans are causing it. As we can see from the glacier melt.
Yep, coming back on camera 2, toss to OCHS style.
Whether or not you believe in climate change,
a little soft on
impossible
Mackenzie.
to deny the
Camera 2, you have 10 seconds, but can you do a quick, what's it called? Focus, never mind. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You know, Chris, I can never decide on what to
stand by.
You know, I pretty much always wear the same thing, although I do spice it up from time to time.
Really, how? I'm in need of some new winter pointers.
Stand by, OCHS style.
About some of OCHS's style inspirations, so maybe they can help you.
Take it. We are coming back, on sports, graphics, camera 2, then camera 1.
Is what they're wearing.
Again, sports, graphics, camera 2, camera 1, and we are 2 minutes out.
Is a creative outlet for everyone. And here at OCHS, we have some of the most trendy and well-dressed students.
When I was getting dressed this morning, I was thinking about
Can you actually
pretty warm,
over
but
a
it's
tiny
not
bit?
too warm, so I wanted to be
Are you talking to me?
comfortable. And also, I really like flowy floral patterns.
I know.
This morning I wanted to pick an outfit that's very
Yes.
like kind of grungy, so I
Mackenzie's-
can stand out from the rest.
So you're gonna, Mackenzie's arm is still in it. Can she just be out of the shot? Can she like just stand up? Yeah.
Think about it really, because they're the only clothes
No, her arm. Can you just have her stand up out of the shot?
To miss the bus, I was.
Can you just have her get out of the shot so that she doesn't even just accidentally get in?
I just tried to pick something.
No, now her thing's in it.
Felt nice.
We are 1 minute and 30 seconds out. Camera 2, camera 1.
Since the sky is blue and it's very
want her,
nice
like,
and warm out, so, and that's why I have.
No, it's good now.
On and
Good.
Can
It's not
Chris
warm enough
look straight and sit up?
Not really anyone in particular inspires
Camera
me.
2, you're gonna want
kind of
yes.
like to dress
That's good.
to
Thank
what
you.
I like.
No one in particular inspired my look. It's kind of like a hodgepodge of a bunch of different things I wanted to try out.
Like the
We are
80s
1
or
minute
70s
out.
Punk musicians.
Sports
that's where I
graphic,
get the
camera
sick
2, camera
depends
1.
from.
I really like everything about the 80s. That's mainly where most of my outfit choices are kind of inspired from.
My mom, she tells me a lot of times like what I should wear and how I should wear it.
So I definitely dress for myself because I like to feel good about myself, but I also dress because I like when other people like my outfits, I guess.
I dress for myself mostly, so I think I'm very confident in myself, and I just like to have good fashion sense.
For myself.
For myself, I only need to impress myself. I don't really care about what anyone thinks, you know?
A little bit of both. I like to
15
make myself
seconds.
look good and feel good, and then I also like when
that's why.
compliment me.
It's on 10 seconds.
in our school have a
Sports graphic. Camera 2, camera 1. In 5, 4, 3,
This has been
2,
McKenna Global reporting for
1.
the Current OC.
All of our sports
Stand by,
teams had
camera
a lot of
1.
success over spring break, and if you missed any of it, Brooke Segich is here to share the highlights.
Take it. Stand by,
Thanks,
deck
Chris.
2.
I'm sure you all had a wonderful spring break, and from the looks of it, I know our athletes did too. This year, 3 of our teams traveled down the East Coast for one breathtaking.
Take it.
Girls lacrosse traveled to Disney, going 2-0 against teams from Maine and Illinois.
Good job.
Their trip was jam-packed with Epcot rides, Splash Mountain, character buffets in the Crystal Palace, breakfast on the Caribbean beach, and most importantly, pool parties.
We're
Highlight
about
of the trip.
50 seconds out
And I
of
would
this.
also like to congratulate Emily DiMarino on a well-earned 100th career goal. Boys baseball flew down to Tampa this year. They went 2-1 with victories over teams from Ohio and Florida. The boys traveled to compete during the spring break for over 10 years now, but this year was one for the books. Some of the greatest parts of the trip was the Tampa Bay Rays game, and of course, chucking water balloons at all the coaches. And I am happy to announce the softball team's very first spring break trip. They faced 3 resilient teams from Ohio down in Myrtle Beach. Every game was well fought and strengthened the team.
Stand by,
for the
toss to
forthcoming
weather.
season. Time spent off the field were accompanied
Yes,
with
we're going
laughs
right
and
to weather.
happiness throughout
Remember?
go-karting, bargain world, beach walks, and 100-foot drops during one unforgettable week. All in all, I have to say spring break was victorious for all of our athletes. And I'm not too sure about you guys, but I have some pretty nice farmer's tan going
on.
JC, do you think there's any chance this week to catch some rays to
Take
even
it.
out my tan lines?
Thank you, Brooke. And looking at our radar, there is
We're coming back on
precipitation
camera
in the area, but that does
1
not
with
mean
graphic.
We do not have any clouds out.
It's going to be a box
maybe
graphic.
not ideal for tanning, but maybe later on next week we'll have some sun. On to our area temperatures.
Good job.
It's 72 down in Millville, even lower down in Wildwood.
Coming back on camera
63.
1,
Up in
and we're going to need
Philadelphia,
an
it's
over-the-shoulder
73
box.
Up in Trenton, 68. And over in Lakehurst, it's 64 degrees. On to our local conditions. Here in Ocean City, it's 68 degrees today with humidity pretty high up there, about 70. Wind speeds, nothing to worry about, only 8 miles an hour today. On to our forecast for the rest of the week. We're going to see some chances of rain this afternoon and maybe into Friday tomorrow.
Stand by, camera 1.
And on Saturday, we're going to have a great increase in the weather. It's going to be much warmer, 86 degrees. And then moving on to the rest of the week, it's going to stay in the
raining on Friday.
high 60s, mid 70s with a couple chances of
going
rain
to
that
CBS
week.
Philly.
And maybe even a little bit of sunshine later that week.
Stand by and take it.
If you love the Current OC, and we know you do, come on out and see the best of our work at our annual media festival.
We're going to be coming back
Will
on
be held
camera
May
2,
18th at 7
and remember
p.m.
we just need to take
The
that box
program
out.
features media works from several different mediums. The night will also have awards, jokes, and a lot of food. Also, the media boosters are providing decorations that resemble a 50s drive-in theater. Tickets are $7 at the door, but $5 if you buy them in school on May 15th, 16th, or 17th
stand by.
for community lunch.
Take it. Nice.
Well, that'll do it for us on this edition of the Current OC.
Remember to log on and catch all of our
Music
shows
and
and
low.
additional content by visiting oc-tv.org.
We're also on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at OCNJTV. So be sure to like our page and follow us there.
Camera 2, start pulling out.
As always, thank you for watching. We now leave you with
Stand by,
photos of
Jib.
how OCHS spent their spring break.
Dissolve.
To everyone who shared their vacation photos with us.
Now. Full music. Ready, clips 1. And when you're ready, take it. Take it now. And start rolling graphics. These can be long. No, well, we have 45 seconds.
Sarah was so discouraged, like, didn't give me credit. She can't take credit for that. Like, she was joking. She showed him the picture. She was like, catch me on first one. He was like, I already like that. And then he just took the picture and posted it.
25 seconds out. So remember, we're going to take out the graphics, then fade to black and cut music simultaneously. 15. And let's hurry up on those graphics. Take out the graphic now. Stand by fade, stand by music out. And now. Okay, good. Okay, round of applause, everyone. That was great. I think we're done. That's it. Good job, everyone. Yeah, we're good. That was it.